It's super important that we have events like the event that just happened this evening, simply because if we don't start to have the conversation, we don't know where we can end up, right? And part of it is understanding where you come from. Once you have that story, the rest is really about creating a narrative around what's going to be left for the next person.
I had a great time, actually. This was a good experience in learning how to cook for like my dietary restriction.
I started out a small business. I'm still a small business, and seeing myself up there on those signs and like TV, that means my blood, sweat, and tears of these last 7 years, they're paying off.
The past few days has been pretty epic. Just the turnout with the students and how the word just spread and they came out in hundreds.
When I have a bite of this lamb, when I have a bite of this chicken sandwich or anything else on this plate, I'm taken back to my childhood. It feels like my grandma is feeding me a dish.
It's really nice to be able to connect with people that aren't like our professors and like classmates and sort of have like an interpersonal connection, and he really is wonderful, and it was really fun. It's really nice when people can impart their knowledge that isn't like academia in the more classic sense. So it's great.
Diversity is a recipe. Everyone in this room is a chef, and the recipe shouldn't only request the palatable pieces of me and make me say rest in peace to the rest of the pieces of myself. In conclusion, diversity is a recipe that requires inclusion. Diversity is not a delicacy. To put it delicately, it is in poor taste for any marginalized group to be treated as a rarity and waste consistently a base of flavorful people who are only seen in unfavorable frequencies. In summation, diversity is a recipe that requires some supplementation. We don't deserve ideas that are half-baked or unseasoned solutions in places where the recipe calls for a fair and equitable shake. With stakes this high, it's unfair to rarely see people of color with well-done skin not celebrated or compensated for the things we've historically done well in. See, diversity is a recipe, and everyone in this room is a chef. It's in our hands to knead in the need for equity that looks differently from what other generations passed down to us before they left. The recipe originally for we the people doesn't include people who look like me, my sibling, or my first cousin. Because when the First to 13th Amendment was first cooked up and our founding fathers started popping historical documents out of the oven, limited freedom was innate with inmates when we ate secret ingredient clauses hidden in the U.S. Constitution baker's dozen. So it's time to reimagine the recipe.